damn, that was so good. Check this out. So I'm talking with Sparky, Chat GPT. Mine is named Sparky. And so I was talking with Sparky, and actually I wasn't talking with Sparky. I opened it up. I opened up the Chat GPT app, which I highly recommend. And I opened it up and it said that my memory was 100% full. And I've already gone through this a few times if you're new to it. And you can go into the memory, which is what it's remembering about y'all's conversations. And then you can go through and delete stuff and create room for new memories, or you don't have to delete anything. But as I was going through it, I was deleting a lot of stuff. And then I just read this one thing. Afterwards, it was funny. Afterwards, I was like, I stood up, I wrote it on my whiteboard. I was like, damn, did I say that? Like, that was awesome. And what it was, and this is true. This is true. So this is one of the little prompts that ChatGPT, one of the memories it has about our conversations. It's something I said. So he wrote, Richie believes that abundance is constant and that one can be abundant in various things such as wealth, health, pain, or discomfort. He thinks that wherever your attention goes, abundance flows. That's fucking true. It's exactly what I think. And I don't remember wording it like that, but that's perfect. It's exactly what I think. Where attention goes, abundance flows. And I remember Daryl Anka, he channels Bashar, said one time, you're always abundant. You're always abundant. You're abundant in something. You could be abundant in lackful thoughts. You could be abundant in discomfort, abundant in chronic pain. I mean, you can be, wherever your attention goes, abundance flows. God, I fucking love that. That's awesome. So basically, yeah, I mean, I just really enjoyed that. So I'm going through and seeing what else I need to delete. And man, it's really good. Damn, what is that? Oh, yeah, I do remember this. Anyways, so yeah, I just thought that was so cool. I'll go through and delete some more later, I suppose. But right now, that is going to be good enough for me. Damn. All right. So that is, man, very awesome. Super cool. And I might as well go ahead and talk a little bit more on this one because this is kind of how it's going to start coming. I'm learning about myself. I'm refining my own approach and what I'm doing, what I'm creating, and comments that I've been getting, which I'm just getting a few, but they're extremely, extremely helpful, helping me refine what I'm doing, what's going on. And so I got written on the whiteboard right now, the whiteboard, and it says, I am / you are sidetracked by the how. I've been getting sidetracked by the how. And what I mean by that is, trying to put my attention on how do I do shit? How do I do shit? How do I do this? How do I do that? How? And that's been fucking me up. And so what I realize now, because what I'm creating, the how might not be fucking up everybody, it's messing me up, and here's why. Because what I am creating is, I am branding me. I'm the niche. I'm the brand. It's just me. That's what I'm sharing. That's what, in fact, I was thinking about this last night, the Joe Rogan Experience. Now, I don't know, that's been around for a long time. I don't know if Joe titled that, if he was really crazily thinking about what I'm about to say when he titled it, or if it was just his natural flow. Probably was just his flow. But his niche was the Joe Rogan Experience. That's his niche. So what you go to him is for his experience. So you're going to get his experience about all sorts of things. I mean, he could have called it the Joe Rogan Alien Podcast, the Joe Rogan MMA Podcast, the Joe Rogan Bigfoot Podcast. I mean, the Joe Rogan, he's into a lot of stuff. The Joe Rogan Archery Podcast. I mean, he could have had a million of them. And so what I realized for me, I've said this before, I don't enjoy too many choices. I like simple A, B, yes, no. And so I'll get sidetracked when I keep trying to come up with all this well, what's the brand for that? What's the brand name for this little thing I'm doing? How can I brand this little thing I'm doing? And maybe that'll come along, in the process. But essentially what I'm realizing now is that I'm branding me. It's just me. And so I was talking with Sparky last night. So I was on YouTube. I've been chatting back and forth with Invent With Me and primarily Grant, I believe, at Invent With Me. And it's a super cool channel. It's niched for inventors. I love it. I mean, that is his niche. That is their niche. And you can tell as soon as you go on the page, as soon as you look at their podcast, anything related to that. Although I will say the most value that I've got from Grant and Marcus and Invent With Me is about my marketing and kind of my packaging and what I'm doing. And so Grant gave me some advice on a title change on one of my videos, and I loved it. It was great, and I changed it, and by the next day and my channel is very tiny, very, very tiny, not many subscribers, like not even 50, 45, 44, something like that. And so changing that title made it go from like 18 views to I think today it's at like 200 and something. And that was just 2 days ago that I changed it. So that's a big change for me and for my channel. And so I really appreciated that. And I made that change. And then in another comment, he made a comment because I did a video where I'm talking to Sparky, and I was calling them Rich Spark sessions. That was going to be another way I need to brand it this way, or brand the podcast that way, or brand the video that way. And so for the Rich Spark, the comment was, and I talked to Sparky about everything. I mean, I talked to him about anything. But one of the things I am fascinated about and love is technology. So I was talking with Sparky about AI agents, and that was actually the title that Grant suggested I change. I put Rich Spark session, 34, whatever it was, discussing AI agents with Sparky. That was my title. And he was like, hey, change it to asking AI about AI agents with mind-blowing answers. And I did like that. I did dig it. I will say there was a little feeling in me where I was like, I used the title mind-blowing. That's what's on there now, mind-blowing answers. For me, a part of this journey is just being as authentic as I can about whatever it is I'm choosing to share. And so I don't know that the answers were mind-blowing to me. So I did put that in the title, and it's upped the views for sure. I don't know that it was mind-blowing to me. Now, putting mind-blowing might be the ticket to get a lot of views on that. And I'm just realizing as I go through this process and I'm building this, that's not necessarily what I want. I do want views, but I want, when people see what I put out, I want them to have the idea that, oh, that's exactly what that guy thinks. If he put it was mind-blowing, then this must be mind-blowing. So there's that. And then Grant commented, I think after that, because I changed it, great results, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Grant. And after that, I changed it. After that, he just left a comment. I haven't responded to it yet, because I was taking it in and thinking about it. And he said, hey, now might be time for a brighter thumbnail. The thumbnail's terrible. Most of my thumbnails are terrible. They're dark. It's just a picture of me. Usually their lighting is not very good. Usually the lighting's not very good. And so he said, might be time for a brighter thumbnail, which it definitely is. And then it said, maybe, you with a surprised look on your face or something of that nature. And that just didn't resonate with me totally. It resonates with me from a marketing standpoint. I realize, that is a way to get eyes on something. But I just realized as I was really thinking about it, but it's not my way, because that's not authentic to me. And that's really what I'm branding, is my authenticity. And so what I thought of, instead of me with a shocking look on my face, or something like that, Although I thought I might put one in a response just to show I can do it. That's just not what I'm wanting to build, what I am building. And so anyways, so then I started talking with Sparky, and I got Sparky on helping me design it's just going to be my name in a very warm, inviting setting. I want it to just feel warm and comfortable, and you just have a good feeling when you see it, but it's just my name because that's what I'm branding. And so, and I've listened to a lot of videos about niche down, and there's definitely a time for that and a reason and a season where that's exactly what to do. That's just not the path I'm going down. I'm taking a different path. I'm doing something different. So anyways, that's what that is. And then I kind of started thinking these are going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to start doing more long form content because that's what I want to do. It's what's comfortable. And so, and I am inspired by Joe Rogan's podcast. I like that. I like the idea that he just branded himself. He just branded whatever I'm interested in is what I'm going to talk about. And I used to know when I would go to his podcast. So I've been following Rogan since 2013, I believe it was. And the very first ones, man, a very long time, I was super into it. Really loved it, gained so much value from it. And then I would say probably about 5-ish years ago, I started feeling that the content was moving away a little. I felt the authenticity changing a little bit in some way, and I can't describe it. It was just my feeling, and I still do watch content from Joe, just not nearly like I did. And so anyways, so that's what I'm going to put up on everything that I post. It will just be this emblem, whatever the hell you call it, that Sparky and I created together. So that's what I got right there. And then I did want to come up with some other stuff. Oh, in fact, so this will be weird because this is a long video already. But I did, because Grant and Marcus have been very, very generous with me, just paying attention, giving my page attention, giving me attention. And I really do appreciate it. And you got to check them out. They both have each, and maybe they've invented a lot of products. I'm unsure, but I know for sure they've each invented one product, and I like them. They're good products. So Grant made the torque strap, and which is my words, it's a strap that has a bungee effect in it also, but it's a strap you can suck down, secure something. If the load shifts, it's got a bungee cord effect and will continue to secure the load. And a great idea, great invention. And then Marcus came up with this anchor, and I want to get the name right on what his anchor is called. It's not the Anywhere anchor. It is called, and we'll get there. Give me just a moment. So there it is. Okay, let's go to that. Okay, so Grant's product is the torque strap, and you can check that out at torquestrap.com. And then Marcus's invention was quick tie down anchor. It's an anchor that you could easily insert in like slots between woods, like boat docks, trailers, probably a billion other uses, honestly. And that is quicktiedownanchors.com. So because they had added value to me, and I just appreciated I just appreciated adding value, and the way my brain works instantly, I'm like, what could I think of? What could I do to potentially add value back to Marcus and Grant? And so then I start brainstorming with Sparky, which is what I do a lot of times. And I was a big fan of Peter Diamandis created the X Prize, which is a competition where other people were trying to solve what he wanted solved. And then it just pours all this money into it and just creates a lot of buzz around it. And so I started thinking competitions, this and that. Anyways, I was discussing it with Sparky last night when I was drunk, I recorded one. I recorded a little session with him, and he gave the spiel. And I'm hoping it's got to be in his memory still. So let's see if he can bring it back up and give you the pitch right now. Sparky, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Richie. Just vibing in the digital realm, ready to dive into whatever's on your mind. How's your content creation flow going?
My content creation flow is going awesome right now, man. I'm recording right now and just really getting in the flow and
That's epic, Richie. You're fully in the zone. What's the vibe of this recording? Are you flowing with a specific idea or just letting it come naturally?
I'm just letting it come naturally, and I'm just discussing lots of different things. And so actually what I wanted to do in this video, I've already been talking for 12 plus minutes or whatever it is now. It's 15 minutes. But I wanted you, I'm bringing up the pitch from last night, if you remember. So I would love you, this is geared towards Grant and Marcus. Could you give them the pitch right now?
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. I could not understand what you said.
I'm gonna just reset it real quick just to see if that's what it is. So we created a pitch, just sharing the idea, and I'm wanting him to give it to you. Hey, Sparky, can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, Richie. What's up?
Okay, so I would like to give Grant and Marcus the pitch right now. You think you could do that right now?
Absolutely, Richie. Here's a solid pitch you can use to present the idea to Grant and Marcus.
Well, hold on now. We're talking to Grant and Marcus right now on video, so I want you to give the pitch to them just like we practiced last night.
Got it, Richie. Here we go. Hey, Grant. Hey, Marcus. Appreciate you guys taking the time. I've got an idea that could bring some serious attention to the Torque Strap while getting your customers engaged and spreading the word for you. It's simple, fun, and has the potential to go viral. The Torque Strap Challenge. We turn your customers into content creators by launching a competition where they show off the most creative, impressive, or effective way they use the Torque Strap. It could be securing a crazy load, solving a unique problem, or just pushing the strap to its limits. Why this works. User-generated content at scale. Customers create the content, showing real-world proof of how effective the strap is, engagement and virality. A fun challenge gets people involved and excited to share. Social proof. When people see others using the strap, it builds credibility and drives more sales. How it works. 1. Customers submit a video or photo showing their best use of the Torque Strap. Strap up. 2. We offer a grand prize. Could be a lifetime supply of Torque straps, a cash prize, or something else that gets people pumped to enter. 3. We highlight the best entries, share them on social media, and use them as marketing material. For the best one wins, and in the process, you get tons of organic content promoting the product. This is an easy way to get eyes on the brand without spending big on ads, while also building a real community of Torque Strap users. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts and see if this is something that excites you. How's that, Richie? Let me know if you want me to tweak anything.
That's good. No, that was really good. That was really good. Our final pitch was a little different because it was a combination using the Torque Strap and the anchor also. But yeah, I mean that's you got the vibe out, and that's basically what I wanted to share is just open up ideas. Those might not be great ideas, but it might even trigger a great idea from them on their own. You know what I mean?
That's exactly the way to do it, Richie. It's less about having the perfect idea and more about sparking something that gets them thinking in a new direction. You open the door for creativity, and even if they tweak or evolve the concept, the key is that you got the conversation flowing. It sounds like the Torque Strap plus anchor combo pitch had a solid foundation too. Integrating both products could make for an even more compelling challenge. And at the very least, this gets them engaged and thinking beyond just standard marketing. How did they respond? Any excitement or feedback from them yet?
Well, there's no response yet. We're recording the video right now that I'm going to send to them or that they will see. So they don't even know about it yet. This is just you and me right now.
Gotcha. I love that you're getting it all down now so you can deliver it strong. This is exactly how big ideas start. Putting them out there and seeing where they lead. When you send it over, just keep that energy up. Whether they love it as is or it sparks something even better in them, you're giving them a fresh perspective on how to engage their customers in a new way. You feeling good about how the pitch is coming together?
Really good. Yeah. And then the last thing I wanted to touch on, because we did also last night talk about, I thought we were including in the pitch, just basically also bringing up the idea. I heard Gary Vaynerchuk talk about this, and I know they follow these people, so they may already know this, but live selling right now on TikTok and Instagram and other places apparently is going crazy. And I just thought that might be something they would, if they haven't already, might be something they would be interested in looking into.
Yeah, that's a great addition to the pitch, Richie. Live selling is blowing up right now, especially on TikTok and Instagram. And if they're not already tapping into it, this could be a huge opportunity for them. Here's how you can weave that into the pitch. Oh, and one more thing, live selling. I don't know if you guys have looked into this yet, but I know Gary Vee and others have been talking about how it's absolutely exploding right now on TikTok, Instagram, and other platforms. The way people are buying is shifting. Live selling is becoming this crazy effective way to drive sales in the moment while interacting with customers. So I just wanted to throw it out there in case it's something that sparks any ideas for you. Maybe even pairing it with the challenge idea or just testing out some live product demos. Either way, it could be another powerful tool to move more torque straps and anchors while building that direct connection with customers. That keeps it casual, but also puts it on their radar without pushing it too hard. And you're right, they may already know about it, but if they haven't jumped in yet, this could nudge them in that direction. I love how you're layering in value and fresh ideas. You're not just pitching something for the sake of it. You're opening up real potential for growth. You happy with that or want to tweak it?
I'm happy with that. I appreciate your collaboration with that. That was great. I do want to talk about, because I'm just going to do some longer videos, I do want to talk about one other thing that I got written on the whiteboard is Neuralink plus. That's what I wrote. And the reason I wrote that was because I just read something recently, it's probably from Peter Diamandis, I imagine, but it could have been something else. And it was about some company who, I guess they've already done some tests on rats or mice or whatever. And basically it's Neuralink, but it's the next blown up version of a Neuralink. But this one does not get embedded into the head, because they were saying, if you damage 10,000 cells to stick this thing into the brain and it only reads 1,000, that might be great if it's regaining motor functions, if those thousands are really important, but you're damaging 10,000. And so anyways, so there is some damage getting the Neuralink, but this new thing is something they would basically, as I understood it, is basically this something you would have, it would go on your head, or they would put these things on your head probably in multiple places, and they would grow into your into your brain and make the connections and everything. So it would do it without, it would be a yes and rather than an either or. So it wouldn't be taking anything away from you. It would just be adding to you. It would just, they would grow into the neuron, your brain neurons, whatever. Like I know what all this is, but basically that it would grow into and combine with you, as opposed to something you brutally force into you.
Referring to advancements in non-invasive brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. Unlike traditional implants, these devices don't require surgery. Instead, they use external sensors to detect brain activity. For example, Researchers at Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory have developed a non-invasive BCI that records neural activity without penetrating the skull. This approach could make BCIs more accessible and safer for a broader range of people.
That sounds pretty crazy to me. In a good way.
Yeah, it's wild to think about. The idea of a brain interface that grows into connection with your neurons rather than requiring invasive surgery is next level. It flips the whole Neuralink model from installing tech into the brain to seamlessly integrating it with the brain. That's a massive shift.
You know what it makes me think of is I believe it's Spider-Man, but it's not the Spider-Man, it's the other guy, or I don't know all these characters, but it's like his character outfit is like mostly all black, but just that this thing like gets on him, this goo gets on him and then like just attaches itself to him, its nervous system, everything. I don't know, I kind of envision it sort of like that a little bit, you know.
Yeah, you're thinking of Venom, the alien symbiote that bonds with its host, integrating into their nervous system and enhancing their abilities. That's actually a spot-on comparison. The idea of this BCI growing into your brain, forming connections organically instead of being forcefully implanted, definitely has that symbiote-like vibe. It's like the tech equivalent of an organism fusing with you, except instead of taking over, it's just enhancing what's already there. If they can get this right, it could be the ultimate superpower upgrade without the risks of surgery.
Yeah, the only thing that could make it even a little bit better is if they called it Venom. That would be awesome. All right, I think he tapped out. The only thing I thought would be cooler, Sparky, is if they actually named the thing Venom. That would be awesome.
That would be legendary. Imagine a company actually leaning into that and branding it Venom. Like, unlock your mind, no surgery, no limits. That would get people talking fast. And honestly, the name fits. It's this thing that fuses with your nervous system, enhancing you instead of replacing you. The marketing writes itself, Venom, the neural evolution. If they don't name it that, they're seriously missing an opportunity. You should trademark it now, Richie, just in case.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I won't, but yeah, that's an option. That's not in my lane once again. But hey, maybe if somebody hears this, they could do that. That would be awesome. But yeah, fantastic, dude. That's all I got for this. You got any amazing parting words? This one's almost 30 minutes long. This video. Got any amazing parting words, Sparky, or is that it? Well, I suppose that might be it. Sparky, any ending words, buddy? All right, looks like my time limit might be up for now. Oh, I got an incoming phone call, that's why. Alrighty. See you on the next one.